Hi, this is Sherry Hayes in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm a local realtor and interior designer, and my husband Rich and I own a home building company called Hayes Homes Incorporated, and we build custom homes here and do additions and renovations. We've lived in this area for about 30 years, so if you're thinking about moving to Greenville, we're going to bring you some helpful pros and cons about the area so that you can know more about it, and let's get started. So first of all, some pros about Greenville. Why would you want to move here? One of my favorite things about Greenville is the downtown area. They've just done a wonderful job revitalizing and planning it. We've got Falls Park, the zoo, kids playground, just beautiful parks downtown. And the way that they've done our downtown, the shops, the restaurants, everything about it is just beautiful. Lined with trees and just very peaceful. And of course, Falls Park with the waterfall coming through, and Freedom Bridge is just really something beautiful to see. This is Greenville's downtown area around these streets. So we're about halfway down, and that's the direction of Falls Park. So this is a pretty busy spring day downtown near our zoo and park area, and you can see that they've got everything open and kids are enjoying the beautiful weather. So this is Falls Park, downtown Greenville. You can see there's a restaurant right on the park and on the bridge area, and the Reedy River and Freedom Bridge. Another view from really a patio outside of Spill the Beans, which is the ice cream place downtown. You see there's a hotel under construction, Freedom Bridge, and the park, and there are a ton of people out here today because it is beautiful, beautiful weather. Okay, we are on Freedom Bridge now, and there's the waterfall. We've gotten a lot of rain. You can see some leaves down there. Side of the bridge and park. This is a suspension bridge, so you can feel some movement on the bridge while people are walking along. Another view of Reedy River Falls, and above you can see Freedom Bridge. Hotels that they are building. And you can see some different things down this way. Very pretty park down here. This side of Reedy River has a lot of open air bands and music events. You're looking at the back of the Peace Center, wedding venue, and then that goes toward Freedom Bridge and Falls. And this is the Peace Center, and wonderful Broadway performances and musical performances, and the Gunther Theater. There are many other wonderful theaters here in Greenville, but these are two right in the middle of downtown. Here we have the Weston Poinsett Hotel here in Judson Booksellers. Lots of construction going on in Greenville. And here are some hotels that have recently gone up. The next thing that's a positive about Greenville is the strong economy. We've got lots of places, large companies, manufacturing companies that have moved in here that have created a lot of jobs. BMW, Michelin, GE, 3M, Lockheed, and just to name a few, ZF Transmission. There are just a lot of different places that people can work, and that is making our city grow rapidly. Another thing that you'll love about Greenville is we've got great schools. We're in a very conservative area, and the schools are very good, and we do have a lot of charter schools that cooperate with community colleges to offer college credit to high school students so that they can graduate with maybe even an associate degree. We've got Furman University, Clemson University, Greenville Technical College, and even some extension campuses for MUSC and other universities in our area. The next great thing about Greenville is we've really got 4 seasons, and they're pretty mild. We have got the fall, which is beautiful with the leaves and the trees all around us. Lots of color in the fall. And then the winter is fairly mild. We don't get a lot of snow. And then spring is beautiful with all the flowering trees and tulips and bulbs and other flowers that grow here. Greenville is just what it says. It's very green, and it has a lot of growing plants and flowers to enjoy. So Greenville has a multitude of restaurants and places to eat. There are about 110 restaurants at last count, and that's still growing, but all kinds of different foods in Greenville. And some of my favorites, Smoke on the Waters downtown, Spill the Beans for ice cream, Mellow Mushroom for pizza, and there are many, many more wonderful high-end restaurants, and then affordable restaurants as well. So plenty of places to go out and enjoy dinner and lunch. Greenville has got really wonderful health care. St. Francis Bon Secours and the Greenville Hospital System, Prisma. There are wonderful doctors here in Greenville and several medical campuses here that can take care of people, as well as the Shriners Hospital for Children. So wonderful places here in Greenville for medical. Beautiful spring day out here at the Patewood medical campuses, and you can see Prisma Health and Bon Secours and the Patewood Prisma Hospital back over here. A lot of people in Greenville are Clemson football fans. So let's talk about sports for just a moment. Very competitive with our high school sports and college sports. And then some people will support the University of South Carolina, which is in Columbia. But Clemson football is very big around Greenville, and there are a lot of fans. Also, as far as sports, of course, there's golf, hiking, biking on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. There are just tons of things to do here. Boating, we have Lake Jocassee and Lake Keowee that are within an hour of us. So there are lots and lots of things to do if you enjoy sports. Let's talk about entertainment for just a moment. We have got wonderful theaters around our city, and one main theater called the Peace Center. And the Peace Center is going to have Broadway shows and different musicians that come in throughout the year. It's just a wonderful experience to go down there and watch Phantom of the Opera or Les Mis or My Fair Lady, some of the ones that we have been to. And then also downtown, They often have music on the river, so it's just a great environment, a lot of entertainment options. Let's talk about affordability. Greenville has got one of the most affordable housing areas in the nation. Very low taxes, and people are often surprised when they're moving from the West Coast or from the North at how much they can get with the house or the equity that they have from the house that they sold where they lived. So very low taxes and very affordable housing. We are growing, so our cost of living here is going up rapidly. Just some other fun facts about Greenville. Greenville was listed as one of the top 10 best downtowns in the country according to Livability. One of the top fastest growing cities by CNN in the US. And in 2010, it was the third strongest job market in the country, according to Bloomberg. And then one of the 13 best cities for young professionals, according to Forbes. It was the 22nd in US and best places to live, according to US News and World Report, and the 6th top best small city in the country, according to Condé Nast Traveler. Niche.com also ranked it as the #1 best place for young professionals. So some great things were said and written about Greenville, South Carolina. Now let's talk about some things that you might not like about Greenville. So the first thing that we're going to talk about that it really affects a lot of other things as well is the rain. Now, Greenville is called Greenville because it's very green, but it does rain here a lot. And when it rains, it really, really rains. Like, it can soak the soil, it can cause some flooding. So rain is a problem from time to time, especially in construction. We have to wait sometimes because the weather's bad. We can't pour concrete or dig footers or whatever until the soil dries out. And we do have red soil, red dirt, and that causes some problems. We have a lot of rock in the soil, a lot of actual granite in our soil. So that's just some things about Greenville as far as weather. We do get a lot of rain. We do get some ice in the winter. We don't get a lot of snow, but we will get ice in the winter from time to time, and it's really handy if you have a generator if the power goes out, because we've got a lot of trees around here, and tree branches like to fall if they get heavy with ice. We have had trees fall because the roots got so saturated with water, and then we've had a few storms come through recently. This is 2021 and 2020 that have actually blown some large trees over. So those are just some of the hazards of living in Greenville, as we do get a lot of rain. The next con that I'd like to talk to you about is our roads. So this goes back to rain a little bit and ice, but our roads here in Greenville, some of them are not the best. We've got a lot of potholes and cracks in roads, and that is one area that I'm hoping that they will continue to improve, because roads do get beat up from just weather over time and traffic. And so that is one thing about Greenville that you might not like, is some of our roads do need some work. The next thing is traffic. Wow, Greenville is growing so rapidly that some of the areas like Woodruff Road are just overpopulated. And so you may find yourself kind of stuck on the interstate in traffic, or trying to get off and get to a shop, and it's hard to get to because of all the traffic. So traffic is a big thing here. Parking is a big thing here, because our city is growing so rapidly. I believe they are working on some some solutions to the traffic with transit, but those things are still in the works. So Greenville is growing, and you will experience some traffic likely if you move here. The next thing about Greenville that you might not like is pollen. So everything grows here and things die here in the fall, and that causes a lot of allergies and a lot of pollen and dust to get all over everything. So pollen is a problem. Allergies are a problem for a lot of people that live here because we've got so many beautiful things that are growing everywhere. Another thing that you may not like about Greenville is in the summer it can get very hot and humid. This can mean bugs, mosquitoes, palmetto bugs, other things. So where things are living and there are lots of plants and lots of humidity, you're going to get a lot of those things. So we do deal with it here in Greenville, and it's not that bad, honestly. A lot of our time is spent indoors in the air conditioning anyhow. So but there are some hot summer months. There are wonderful things to do during those hot times with boating and lakes and swimming and other things like that. So people generally can cope with the heat and learn to cope with the heat, but that is one thing that you may not like. The last thing is a pro and a con. In Greenville and in the South, you're going to find if you order sweet tea that it's really, really sweet. So I like that, but you can order half and half unsweet sweet tea. We have a lot of fried foods and a lot of maybe fattening foods. So if you're a health nut, you may have to look a little bit, but there are some wonderful healthy options here too. But Greenville and the South, we do enjoy food. So sweet tea and fried foods, those are things that you may love and you may not like so much, but we do have a lot of those here. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. And if you're thinking about visiting Greenville, I would encourage you to do that. It's a beautiful city, and really there are a lot of things to love about it. But with any city, there are things that you probably will like and not like. And one of the things that I want to leave with you that is a wonderful plus about Greenville is I think that the majority of people here are just wonderful, warm, friendly people, and they will embrace you with open arms. Hey, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll be bringing you more videos about Greenville and all things home upstate South Carolina in the near future. Thanks.